If you're listening to this, the Contractor Click podcast, welcome aboard. In this episode, we're going to unpack the layers of what makes a successful and a winning marketing program. Last couple of episodes, we've been talking about, hey, what's going on with the economy, rising cost of leads in the concrete coating space. And amidst all of that, we want to share with you the amazing wins our clients are experiencing. With us, our amazing marketing manager here at Contractor Click. Andrea, what's going on? How's your day going?
It's been a great day. Got to be in the office after it's been a while that I was been in the office. Had a vacation, some family in
Went
town.
on a sabbatical, didn't want to come back to the office.
I know. I was sick after my sabbatical. It was tragic, but here we are. We survived. We survived.
And my beautiful wife, Maddie. What's going on, Maddie? How's your day going?
It's good. We had a great day today. Yes, the office was full, except for one person, which she was recovering too from.
Yeah.
But it was a great day. It was a great day to be in the office. We did a lot of strategy, a lot of conversation, a lot of talk. I definitely missed Andrea. I'm glad she's back. So did my plants. They missed her too.
There you go. and then who's our guest right here? What did he say before? A limited
limited edition. That's actually what it is. I said limited edition guest. That's
no,
what it was.
You're not. You're unlimited edition. That's right.
One of a kind.
We only winners and top players. Mr. Lewis in the house. What's going on, Lewis?
How's it going? So glad to be back.
Yeah, client success manager at Contractor Click.
Yes, sir.
Been with us from the concrete marketing crew days.
Yeah,
to Contractor Click.
Wow, that's
okay,
true.
so you've been. Let's start right there.
Perfect.
There's been a transition happening, right?
Yeah.
Branding, but also our strategy has evolved right with the times.
Correct.
What's been one of the biggest shifts that you've noticed? Last year we were big on the accelerator program. That was great.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about like, hey, how do we help our clients succeed regardless of the economic environment?
True.
And all of that. So we decided to embrace the new program offering, et cetera.
Yeah.
What's from your side of the table? You talk to clients all day long. What's your feedback? What have you heard from clients?
Well, wins. Like I have heard wins. I think every client that has been on board or decided to jump in full swing with us has seen wins. And like I think that's the best part is that we knew that there had to be a shift. We had that shift from back when we were only offering the accelerator program, and now we were like, let's expand. Let's give our clients the best possibility for success. Let's give them the full piece, like the full pie, right? Not just a piece of it. And the wins have been amazing. I have clients that are operating at a 30% increase when it comes to revenue per month. And like those types of stories, I feel like
year over year, 30%
Correct.
increase when there are people that are pretty much sinking and wondering what should I do next.
Oh, yeah. There's people who think that keeping the same as last year is totally winning.
Yeah.
We were listening to a video the other day because they're looking at what's around them and they're like, hey, home improvement's going down. So we're doing okay. We're doing great because we're doing the same as last year. And you're like, wait.
No.
That's not acceptable for
not
our
a
clients.
Contractor Click.
No.
If you're part of this family, like this is the thing is, we love to get uncomfortable. We love living outside the comfort zone here, and like that's who we are. That's who we're embracing. Like we're not the same company that we were last year. Like you've seen us, you've witnessed the evolution, etc. But it's the same for our clients, and we love our clients to win. We love our clients to be at the cutting edge. Maddie, it requires a higher level of commitment at all fronts, not just in like, okay, here's just a little bit more for Facebook ads, or like, hey, let me give you an extra $20 a day. Because we've seen the players that are willing to say, you know what, I trust you guys because you know what you're talking about. And we've seen some ridiculous wins in very competitive and very dry areas throughout the country. I mean, I've heard a couple of wins you guys are doing this monthly recaps. What do you got?
This week, my favorite wins for the week. There's one particular account of mine, and this particular account, he's like, I don't even care. Don't even tell me what the cost per lead is. I don't care. Like, don't tell me that. I am going to figure out what the cost per acquisition is on my end. Just keep the leads flowing. I trust you. How much budget do you need? This is how much we need. Okay, perfect. This year, he told me that he is $140,000 more this year than he was last year.
This quarter.
This month to month.
No way.
Yes.
For the month, 140,000 more.
Yes. for
This
the
was a
month.
seven-figure. This is a seven
This is a
already.
yes,
100%.
Wow.
100%. And then I have so okay, fine, Maddie. He's a 7-figure guy. He's been making 7 figures. You know, there's the whole thought of like, oh, the first million's the hardest one, and then every million after that is easier. You know, fine, okay, fine. So then I have the other guy who's been working in this industry for 4 months. Same thing. Hey, go big. His budget's big. Go big or go home. This is what we do. This is the strategy we're going to do. He asks me, what do you think? He's even, like, at first he kind of tried to tell me, oh, maybe we should do this. And I'm like, listen to me. You got to trust me. Trust me in the process. At first couple months, or the first couple, like, days, things were not so great. Trust the process. Trust me. Trust my system. Trust what we have. Just trust me. He told me yesterday that in the month of April, he has $105,000 in book jobs. 4 months
He's
in.
been in business how long?
4 months.
Wait.
4 months.
So he's just been in business. And did he bring any business experience?
I don't think so. No, I
He
don't
comes
think
for
so.
the
I
trades.
don't think
From
so.
the
Yeah,
trades,
he's a
no
trader.
business
It's
experience.
he was like, he branched off from his dad. Like, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Luis.
Another person
Okay,
too.
go
Wait, I have
ahead.
one more.
Maddie's just full of wins.
I am.
Today.
I'm full of
Don't
wins.
Stop
No, this
her.
is great.
She's
This
rolling.
is
This
great.
is
No,
great.
this
Bring
itself,
him in.
this in
Ready?
itself is a win.
Right.
Let's
win.
shower and win
It is.
today.
It is.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm so excited. This other person. Hey, I don't know. You guys, listen, trust me. I don't like Facebook ads. Facebook ads have never worked for me. Can you please just trust me? We've been working together for a while. I'm not going to lead you astray. Trust me.
Yes.
I'll keep you updated along the way, right?
I'll tell you
We'll be in
everything. We'll
touch.
know what we're doing. Trust me. 2 months in, hey, we're having our second month call now. Should I turn off the ads? No. Keep them coming because I'm backlogged
Yeah.
for a couple months.
So
So they're booked
this
out
was someone.
ahead.
They're booked out in a very. I'm talking about one of the most competitive territories
Yes.
in the country, hands down. And these are not like $2,500 projects.
No.
These are $17,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. Again, home improvement, outdoor living, etc. Talk to us about how different the strategy is from client to client. Because here's the thing is, if you're listening to this, by the way, Contractor Click, make sure you follow us, give us a like, share. If you find this helpful, give us your feedback. The one thing that I am very passionate about is giving our clients the best. Like, our crew values commitment, responsibility, excellence, and world class. I know for a fact we're not world class if we're giving everyone the same cookie cutter template.
100%.
And it's not going to work.
Templated-
It's not going to work.
Templated
The
strategy.
results won't be world class.
So
either.
we talked about that this morning, how everyone, quite literally, every single one of these wins has had a very different strategy attached to them.
They're all different.
They're customized.
Yep, they're all customized. All three
What
of
does that
these
mean,
people are
customized? Explain it
Well,
to the listeners.
customized means that we have to, I don't know how much, I'm not going to get too much into like my secret sauce here on here.
Okay, you got to make it either to Codemaster to really see because we have clients in Codemaster, like, dude, they literally get the strategy and
Right.
they go and crush
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so I'll just speak a little bit like okay, so they're all different. They're all very different. One
So like
it's
budget
just different.
allocations is one.
100%.
It's budget
Some of them have
allocations, right.
Facebook ads, more budget allocation versus in Facebook ads versus Google ads. Other ones have less on Google, on Facebook, more on Google. Some have 3 or 4 different strategies going at once in terms of like their Facebook ads with like their budget. Another one has we have different tools that we've used to find the best service area for them instead of just dropping a pin and adding a 50-mile radius.
That's
Like, they all have very different strategies. Some of them
Differentiation
have
as well.
Yeah,
Like
completely
you have
different.
Even the
have to
ads
be different.
themselves, right?
That's what I was
Because-
going to say exactly.
Yeah.
Differentiation in the ads themselves. There's certain areas that some of our clients are in that one would work, one type of creative strategy, one type of communication strategy would work for them, and then you try to apply it for another client and it's not, and then you have to figure out. You look at data. You try to strategize what works best for that client.
Now,
in
I'm
that
just
area.
sharing this because, look, I used to coach agency owners, and everyone talks about like we're data driven, but they're really not. Like whatever their data is at the end of the month, report to the client, and like whatever. What does that mean, data driven? How does that apply to your role, and how in tune are you with our clients' outcomes, revenue, etc.? How often do you look at clients' numbers, performance?
Literally at this point with the clients that I want to win, it's borderline daily now, because at this point, like, again, that's something that changed. Whereas before it's like you can let an account breathe or tick for a few days, and then you log in and like it probably did well or it didn't do well, whatever. Let's adjust. Now it's like no, like
You're babying it.
We have to baby it because this is the level that it takes to make sure that these budgets are being allocated in the right place. Because if it's not, cut it.
Yeah,
Figure something out.
And you also have to look at a lot of things. Like, it's not just when we're running these ads, it's not just like you say, the data driven. We really do data driven ads. Like, we look at things like demographics, we look at things like age, gender, of whether or not they're performing on the feed. We look at all of those aspects.
Where
and
do
then
they
we
convert?
customize
Like,
it. Where do they
how long
convert?
does
How
it
long-
take? Like, what hook?
And if it's a new client, we don't know for sure. Like, we can't guarantee that you're going to get X. Like, this lead will cost X because we'll be getting to know your territory. We'll be getting to know what works
Yes,
for you.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So I think that's part of it too. You can't just have a buddy in another state and you're like, oh, he's getting this cost per lead. Well,
So
you're in a
let's
different
start
state.
there. That's a great place to start
Yeah.
the conversation, and then we'll go to your wins. I didn't forget about you.
Oh, it's all good.
So let's start off with the first month. If you want your marketing program to crush it, wherever it is, there are marketers, and look, there's different trains of thoughts. I know what works for us and our clients, and that's the only thing we're going to focus on in this conversation. Everyone else can talk about how they do things and they got the special sauce, but the reality is that every ad account has its own history, age, etc. If you have a pixel, you have some data, some conversions, etc.
Have you run ads before in the past?
Exactly. You have the brand equity in the marketplace, and sometimes that could be a positive, sometimes that could not be a
Yeah,
positive.
if you have negative reviews already or...
Exactly. Maybe the territory is exhausted of seeing your ad and does it need a refresh? What is it? So, Maddie, could you speak about like the first 30 days? First 30 days,
Expectations.
what are the expectations for a good marketing win?
There's a lot of learning for the first 30 days in terms of, I think the biggest win, in my opinion, the first 30 days that you're working with us is to really know and understand exactly who is clicking on your ads and who is converting on your ads and who is the person that you're going to be speaking to, and really understanding that, because I think a lot of times like these people that run Facebook ads have a general idea. Well, my general areas, like for example, today we looked at this one campaign and we had this demographic between ages 55 to 65 that are clicking on the ads. But then we had another campaign that it was quite opposite, and it was like 35 to 45 they were clicking on the ads.
Cool.
So after the first month, I'm going to tell you this is how much we can guarantee a lead for, because I have the data. This is the type of people who
So
are
how do
clicking
the
on your
companies
ads.
go out there and make the claims, hey, you get 50 leads or it's free? How do they come up with that?
Because
They
it's
want a
very
lot of
easy
churn?
to do that. Yeah, they do have a lot of churn.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
very
I
easy
get-
to do that. It's very easy to do that.
How?
How?
Speak to the end user. Like, what does that mean?
50 leads or more or will work for free looks like, I have a stock video of Not Your Work that I launched with every single client that I work with. And the video works. It's not that it doesn't work. But you're never going to get original work. It's going to be somebody else's work, somebody else's voice, somebody else's everything.
You
And
want to
then-
hear something?
Yeah.
And this one, just be careful of that. Just our friend Tim, Decorative Concrete of Virginia, his work has been stolen by pretty much, because he creates some of the most beautiful organic content. And he's telling me, dude, I'm going to be sending cease and desist to all
Wow.
of this, because
Good.
Right, you
the
can't
reality,
just
the
steal people's
reality,
stuff.
no. And I actually shared with him, and I was like, hey, like he's tired of people using his work. And up to now, like no one's made a big thing about it. But the reality is, when you have marketers that just kind of take whatever they see would work, it might get you in troubles. And I mean, some of these lawsuits aren't settled.
They're
like
not pretty.
$30,000,
Yikes.
$20,000, $50,000, etc. You definitely do not want to be in that situation where your ad account is or your Facebook page is recorded running someone else's work. Don't do that. It's cheaper to actually do the work and
Yeah.
earn
Yeah.
yourself
Not have
the
that loss.
reputation
Exactly.
and the work that you want to be known for, because it's yours. And when it's yours, no one else can take
Right.
that away from you.
Yeah.
Now, the shortcut, when you're first starting out, what would you recommend? When you're first starting out?
You haven't done that many floors, so you don't have that
You
many
haven't done that-
pictures.
yeah.
You haven't installed but a couple fences.
Maddie,
like-
what are some ways around that?
Some ways around that. If you you know what? If you have a buddy, ask him. Hey, I have some people that have asked their buddies for pictures.
There
Hey, can
you
I
go.
borrow some
The
pictures?
right way of doing it is
If you-
asking
if
for
you have
permission.
ask your distributor. Hey, guy, do you
Get
have
it
any
in
pictures?
written format.
Yeah.
Hey, do I have permission to use
Absolutely.
Get your video camera out during
this? Get
trainings.
it in written promo-
Coat your own garage.
There you
Coat
go.
Coat your own garage.
I
Take
have
a
a client that did
process.
that.
Take a process clip or a couple of process
Yeah.
clips. Take
Yeah.
a final, a before and after. There you go. You have enough to start running.
We
out.
had a
Start
client that
something.
did that.
Your work, right?
Yeah.
A few different angles.
We had a client that did that. He coated his garage and then he took a picture in front of his garage. You know exactly who this is. He
So-
took a picture in front of
yeah.
his garage, and everything that he took after that did not work as well as that picture with him in front of the garage, like with
Yeah.
the ruler.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
he did the entire garage. You got one picture. How many pictures can you get from one garage, Andy?
Oh man.
What would you say? What would you
Okay,
recommend?
start
doing?
with your four corners. You got all these different angles, different lighting makes it look like.
Close-ups.
Is that a different flake color? Is that a
Yeah.
different shade?
That's right. You got the from the inside right to the outside.
Add a dog. Add some kids. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Now
true.
with AI, you can add some
Well, yeah,
motorcycles to
yeah,
it, right?
we can, because that was cool. That's
Actually,
like,
it works.
Wow. Yeah, he was very happy to see
Okay,
it.
so first month, again, your work, your territory, getting to know your space, that's crucial, and that's data that's going to help us determine how do we navigate the rest of the season.
And meanwhile, you're showing up to coaching calls during those first 30 days and getting familiar with
Yeah.
the team that's supporting you, getting
Yeah.
better at your sales process, getting better at just making sure you're shoring up every aspect of your business so that when you do get a lead, it's not a loss when you go to take the call and you don't know how to
Yeah.
manage
Oh,
it
that's the
properly.
biggest.
And weeding out empty leads, really, it's
Being
what
good
it
at
is.
that.
Because it's like you said, 50. We guarantee you X amount of leads per month, but like, how many of those leads were completely underqualified, and they didn't take the effort to create proper questions, proper qualifying questions, right? To weed out the customers that really aren't your customers, that you're actually now wasting revenue and money to go and try to turn into a customer when they were never going to convert.
Yeah, I think the proof is in the numbers too. If you at the end of their 50 leads or more, if you're looking at those 50 leads or more, and you're not standing in front of at least 70% of them,
There's a problem.
There's a
Oh,
problem.
we've heard that too. It's like, hey, I got 50 leads, and I only did 4 estimates, and I closed nothing. Like the numbers don't add up there.
No.
So we're not wanting to waste your time.
Yeah, true.
Correct.
So this is, there's no comparison. It's not apples to apples here. You might be getting, some cookie cutter templatized version here. And by the way, I could tell you, you come over to our Codemaster classes and calls, and you take the training there. You hop onto our marketing calls, marketing strategy. You will learn how to run better advertising than this cookie cutter 50 leads, or it's free. It's proven, tested.
Proven.
We've done it time and time and time and time again.
100%.
You've got to be comfortable in being in front of the computer and clicking in different buttons and following process, but we'll teach you how to think about your advertising. So for those of you that are listening, you're wondering, man, I'm too small to work with you guys in the complete program. Don't worry, that's where the Codemaster comes in. And we also invite clients to come over because we talk about strategy in those calls, right? And they get to understand our process, etc.
Well, Lewis was talking quite
Well,
a
that's
bit.
what I was gonna say.
I know.
That's
about
one of my wins
in the
right there.
office today.
Go
That,
for it.
that was the difference maker. For
What's your win?
That's exactly it. It was a client who had, had the courage really to step into to our Codemaster, and then also was patient enough to trust us and to listen to our recommendations. And the customer is, our client is winning. Literally winning to this day is living proof of like, hey, we're going to teach you, give you the formulas of how to do this on your own, and then you're gonna get to reap the benefits, and then we're gonna offer support because as you know, as we've talked about this whole time, the constant changes in Facebook, the constant changes in these platforms, like there comes a time where like, whoa, like this just doesn't even look like how it looked yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
how do I navigate it?
They remove so many options.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an come back to Codemaster. Let's talk about it. Let's strategize. Let's learn.
Yeah.
That's why our team has all those, calls. They're like, hey, looks different than
Oh
yesterday.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie, where's that button now?
But yeah, it's true. But that particular client that you were talking about, the one in Codemaster, he is so shy too. So you would think to yourself, how is this shy, very quiet, demeanored human, and he's crushing it.
Crushing it.
Crushing
Like,
it.
and that could be you if you're on the other side. On the other side of this video, and you're wondering, hey, what can I do to learn this? Like, I can tell you this: invest in getting the skills to do it, and at some point in time, you're going to be so busy that you're like wondering, like, how can I not do this? Because you will realize that it becomes a full-time game. When you're, let's move the conversation into when you're investing over $100, it's different than when you're
Correct.
investing $40 or $60 a day. Is that right?
Completely different. And I
It's
think
not all going in one bucket too.
it
A lot more
can't.
opportunity.
A lot more opportunity. A lot more, believe it or not, a lot more fun for someone in my position. I have had more fun strategizing for these clients and watching them win.
Yeah.
And then again, it's reaping the reward both for our clients, but also for me as well. It feels good to know that like a strategy that, you know, I was handed down by my superior, implemented, and then worked. Like, it makes me feel good to have a call and it's like, hey man, this is what we're doing and it's working for you.
And it gets a little more complicated
Correct.
when you have a larger budget. So you do want someone in your corner being like, is this the right choice? You know, you're adapting it along the way. Because if you're running cheap and you're just boosting posts, that's different than Facebook ads for $100 a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just a different ballgame. So if you think you've run ads, like there is more training that you can go through to understand what we do. We don't want you to be running blind. We do want you to trust us, but we don't want you to plug your ears blindly and
Yeah.
just hope that it's going to work out. That's why the coaching and training comes into play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Now, how important is the reputation of your business? What would you say?
I think
Because
very important.
we've had clients that they've started with 0,
Yes,
and now they're up to 20, 30 reviews.
correct.
How much of a difference has that made into their?
Again, part of our complete contractor program, I feel like one of the smartest things we're doing is we're using reputation that has been built over a 6 months period, even if you're a newer company and starting late 2023, growing the reputation and now stepping into a complete contractor program where we're utilizing that as a way, almost as like a sales support almost, because when a potential customer is between 2, 3, 4 coding companies that they're trying to go to, but we remarket them, or we implement a remarketing strategy, showing your reputation, showing testimonials, showing completed beautiful work that you've had, and then they see that not only on their Facebook, not only on their Instagram, but on their YouTube when they're sitting in their bed before they go to bed watching their YouTube video. How much, and then that client there that is in that video shows up to your door the next day, and it's like, how much more likely, how much more willing is a potential customer going to be, right?
And I love that, and that brings me back again to, we should have covered this in the first 30 days, is the media and the graphics. What do you think
Yeah.
makes the biggest difference between like those that win big, that are winning, thriving, crushing it in the marketing program, and also would help them out? Like what's a big point when it comes to the media assets, etc.?
So
Sorry, I was going to say, you can almost tell before someone gets started in those first 30 days. When you're on those onboarding calls, you're like, this person is a winner, and here's what makes the difference.
What are some of those
So
things?
some of the things that I notice in a winner is someone who's really business minded, and they're okay with not being hands-on with the installation process. They're ready to be CEO business owners, and so they're thinking more of a business owner, and they're ready to invest in marketing, and they're ready to invest in creatives, and they're willing to try new strategies. So I think even in those first calls, you start having the receptivity of being teachable, but also wanting to elevate the business as a whole and not just be a one-man show and only be the crew.
Yeah.
So they delegate to elevate.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think more now than ever, I feel like consistent creatives, consistent, high quality, yes, bare minimum is the high quality, good quality photos, really showcasing the job with good lighting.
You just need the latest iPhone, and that's
Exactly.
like
But do it on
the
every
latest-
job.
exactly.
Like whenever our team goes to build a new creative, they have all these new photos. It's attached, the organized folders will.
Well, let's talk about
Per
the first 30 days.
project.
If within the first 30 days, it's a lot of A/B testing. It's a lot of testing what ads work, what ads don't, what type of creatives work, what type of creatives don't.
More
If you
switches
provide us,
happen, right?
if we're given X amount of, creatives to work with for the first 30 days, and it's not a lot, like probably by the end of those 30 days, we need more.
Yeah.
So it's the consistency and like, hey man, I just, crushed this beautiful new job. Here's the pictures of it.
And this is where I give shout out to our video and graphics
yeah.
editing team
Oh my
for being
goodness,
our
yeah.
heroes, because they
yeah.
really do deliver. We had a client today. He's like, you're questioning, I don't think you should use this word, which brings me to the trust factor here and who makes a great client for the complete contractor program versus someone that might be better suited for the code master. Maddie, what are some of those key differences?
I mean, yes, when they start, I think you should, what kind of marketing is this? It's like
Like
well,
the micromanaging of
but you know what? Yeah, but you
the
know what?
strategy.
I also feel like, that micromanage, okay, perfect example. There's 2 clients that we've had in the same area at different times. This first particular client is micromanaging every single tiny little detail.
Commas.
Messaging me, there's no comma here. I don't like how that's written. This should be there. This goes there. To the point they were like, yeah, it's not going to work anymore. So client is no longer with us. We take another client in the same area, because once you're no longer with us, your area becomes open. So if you come back, your area is not available. So this other client comes from the same area, and he's basically like, I trust you guys. I trust you guys. You guys do whatever you have to do. I don't care. I trust you guys. What do you need from me? Do you need pictures? Here they are. Here's the budget. What else do you need from me? Whatever you need, you tell me, and I'll give it to you. That client is crushing it so big.
Same territory.
Same territory.
Winning. Yep.
Winning with like a cost per lead that's fantastic and low, and constant leads coming into his website, leads coming into his Google, leads
Too
coming
busy
into
to
his
say something.
Facebook.
Literally.
Meanwhile, the other person is now in Codemaster, and he is managing his own stuff.
Which he maybe
Right?
needed to do all along.
And it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
It's going great for
that
him.
works. It's completely fine. So the one thing we're committed to is helping our clients. Look, we're on a mission to elevate the concrete coatings and home improvement industry, and we know everyone is in a different place in their business journey. Some people are more hands-on when it comes to the creative strategy, etc. We're here to be a support system for you if that is what you need in this season. For some of you, the consumption of the podcast is more than enough to get your wheels turning and start executing, and we've gotten feedback on like, hey, that was great strategy you shared. For others, you need more hands-on, which that's what the coaching is. Like, people don't understand what coaching is really. What's a coaching? Well, you literally come in and you share your ad account, and we'll be able to troubleshoot right with you in real time. Hey, you should look at this, change this, try that. And we've noticed some individuals coming in and quite literally slash cost per lead in half, running better marketing than most marketing agencies would. And they're doing it themselves, and they're happy. Like they're doing it, they're learning it, and that's great. And now there's the other business owner which comes in and says, you know what? I don't want to deal with learning the technicalities. I don't want to train an admin assistant. I just want you guys to do it for me, all for me, and that's where we step in. Now the trust factor is big. I want to have you consider, how do you want the homeowner that's hiring you to do the floor to trust you? Do you want them to? Do you want them to tell you, hey, look, what are you using? What grinder is that? Like, I think you should use the hand grinder to do the entire floor instead of the propane, Husqvarna. So,
like, how about you
quite
do-
literally,
That's
do
a
you
great
want them
point.
to micromanage you throughout the entire process? And look, I get it. If you're training people that have never done it before, you have to kind of do it that way. But when you're hiring a professional company, this is not our first rodeo. We've been doing this for a long time, for a very long time. I've personally been doing this for well over a decade. I'm going into 20 years now.
And that's what I was
feel
gonna say.
old. Just
I
saying
get
that.
it. Listen, I get it.
First,
But I get it. I get that
But I
particular
get it, right?
client
But
that
they've
today
been
was
ripped off so many
questioning, right?
times.
Was
Yeah.
questioning my thing because he's been working loyal to some other person who's getting him like super high cost per lead, like putting a whole bunch of money into one ad and like it blowing up.
okay, can you
And
talk
now-
about the
and
cost
now-
per lead?
wait,
What
let me
is going
finish
to?
this.
Yeah.
And now what I was gonna
get
say,
excited
hi,
about
Mom and
it.
dad
Navy.
are fighting. Oh no.
And now this client is like, you gotta trust me because they've been burned so many times by other marketing agencies.
That's sad.
But a lot of things, like something else, like we've built our reputation that like precedes us. Like we just talk to anybody. We give you all the referrals. You want referrals? I'll give you referrals. Talk to anybody you want. Like we built like listen.
And we're not
to
the
us.
right fit for everyone.
No, we're
No.
not. Call us. We're not the right fit for anyone. For everyone. We have
not
for
for anyone.
everyone.
Can you correct that again?
Beep.
For everyone.
Okay, Andrew, make sure you get that.
Let's delete that. Hold on. Let's like cut that. No, I'm just kidding.
Christian,
He-
chop her, cut
we're
her
not.
audio right now.
But we're not, you know, and a lot of times we've even like, I don't know, we're not here to, man, we're here to help and we're here to grow. That's it.
Yeah.
I was
Look,
like,
you're my testament.
there you. I was excited to see because this is a territory where he was paying $80 plus
$80
a lead,
bucks.
and what's it at? Where's it at right now?
Well, right now today I checked, it was like $43. But out of those $43, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's one. It's really like I'm battling between a $150 and $130, so I can get it down to $30 too.
I was about to say the $40 is a spike, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it could be like down to
It's
30 something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's where I'm going at. It's in the, could we use templates for everyone and get them out of the way? Technically speaking, we could. But that is not beneficial for the long-term sustainability because once that ad fatigues
Yeah.
and now it's been seen enough times, it's rendered its purpose, what's the next strategy to stop the ad group, duplicate it, turn it back on, and like, is that the only which is what most of these companies
Right.
do on the outside. And I'm telling you, it's the biggest thing about a digital marketing agency is how much are you innovating in the strategy?
Right.
Because that's,
Very good.
That's
that's
super
good.
important.
And
That's
I feel
what it
like
comes down to.
That's what changes the most, I feel. And if you're not innovating in that aspect, like I said before, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
You're gonna get left behind with the old ways because, yeah,
If people
Stuck in
complain-
time almost.
Stuck in time.
Well, and we've been talking mostly about Facebook ads, but this goes for the website as well. All of the refreshes and updates and optimizations continue to happen. We don't just build out our complete contractor program clients' websites and then let them go, hope they do well from then on. It's adaptive all along the way. Monthly
Right.
optimizations, I mean, that's big.
Yeah.
You're not going to, if you're just messing with your website, you're not going to be optimizing like
And there's
that.
layers to it too, because
Right.
you got to be able
intentional.
to know what's making a difference. Because once we figure out what's making a difference in your territory, and again, this is where it's very dynamic from one territory to another. For some clients, like sending traffic into a landing page might be better than a website. For others, the website's going to be better than a landing page. Like we had a client, another competitive territory, we send it over to the website and he started converting. He started getting a whole bunch of, and then you try to run the landing page in that area. It's like, man, it's crickets.
Yeah,
It's interesting, right?
that's
And
interesting,
it's not the same everywhere.
No.
So just having the patience to give us the space and time to the first 30 days. Really, once we get access to everything, we get up and running. Our ramp-up time is fairly quick. We communicate with you. In fact, we have a great app that we give our clients access to. Instead of going back and forth via text message and email, we used to do that. We added this app component, which is great. Man, our clients love it because it's very familiar to like Facebook. Imagine having your own Facebook group with your marketing team, your entire marketing team, everyone that has a stake in that specific campaign management, etc., from website support to landing pages to ads to you name it, to the CRM support. Everyone is there paying attention, listening in, and we're all chiming. Even myself,
Yeah,
I'm in
we all
there.
get
I'm like, man, this is
That's
awesome.
a win. And how long have we had that? That was a new implementation.
That was
Less than 60 days.
yeah, but it's good. We have
Yeah.
people that have been putting pictures in that haven't put pictures in before.
Gosh,
Yeah.
oh man.
I mean, it's just so great to
They
like
got company
communicate.
cam. They don't upload company cam pictures, but they get this app, and
Yeah,
now
it's good.
man,
It's a
everyone's
good one.
uploading.
'Cause how easy is it to
like-
upload on Facebook?
Oh,
It's
we
the
have
same
clients
thing.
that have never communicated with us, like like where
Yeah.
there's a partnership and only one person talks to us,
It's
and then
sad.
the other partner we never hear from, and now all of a sudden they're like,
Like, oh hey, what's up?
there's someone
Hey,
there, like,
both of you.
what's going on?
Nice to meet you.
Yes, practically.
Cool.
Okay, so wins. Do you have any other wins? Anything else you want to share?
Yeah. Every client that has trusted us from our complete contractor program is winning. That is a win. That shows that I think the hard.
So have they grown in revenue?
Yes. 30% growth.
Average.
Yeah.
And when we were even first talking about the idea of the complete contractor program, it was birthed out of when we saw people winning because we were doing all the things for them. I mean, do you remember that original
let me just
conversation?
clarify something, because I like to be transparent here. Historically speaking, in all of our clients, there's been one that we've taken on into the complete contractor program that was not a right fit. And
Yeah.
you told me, hey, that
Well,
client
he
shouldn't
was
be
winning.
brought in.
He was
winning,
winning. He was
but
winning.
he was not ready for the growth.
Correct.
How
Ooh,
many
okay.
leads did he get first month?
I
or
mean, How many did he get like the first month? Maybe like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
What does it mean to not be ready for the growth? That means you're
as
getting
in,
so many leads
Why is my phone
and you can't
not
handle
stopping?
It doesn't.
That's what it was. It was like I wasn't ready for this, but this is amazing. Let's keep going. What do you need from me?
Yeah.
The attitude shifted immediately.
But then it just was too much. It was $20 leads, and he was getting like
So many
a bunch
leads.
a month, and he just couldn't handle it.
he was operationally speaking, he was too small to bear. And the other thing is, this was not the full-time business. He wanted to venture off full-time into it. He had
you have to
another
know when it's the
another
right time to
business
be-
running that was bringing in the revenue, and like between running sales calls and he's launching this himself, doesn't have an appointed salesperson to it, still installing floors, plus trying to run
Yeah.
this component here.
A little bit like
And
a circus.
But that's what we filter. That's what we qualify you, and that's what we say it's not for
Learning
everyone.
lesson,
And
yeah.
it's not that we're trying to not be like, oh, I don't want to work with you.
The
Like, I
thing
can
is,
work with
you can't
but
let a
I
lead
don't
go.
wanna mess-
Like,
I don't want-
this is where we realize, like, hey, this is just not working out. Like, you go into the CRM, has not reached out to anyone within the CRM. Like, there's people messaging
Yeah.
back. Like, yeah,
you can
sure,
see
give
people
me a
being
call
like, "You
back,"
never
and,
called
like,
me."
Yeah.
sending pictures.
Still
of
interested.
the
sending
work.
pictures, engage prospects,
Yeah.
and then gets back to them very later on, 3 to 4 days afterwards when he has time. And again, it's not for everyone. So when we're
Right.
telling, and I mean this with the most respect to the smaller companies, because everyone is out there hustling, you're giving it your best shot. Like, sometimes you might be in the season where you need a different type of support, where you can structure your sales process and be ready to receive. Because once you're ready to receive, you can be a better steward of that. And that's why we make a big deal about the Coach Master. It's not because we want to push more people into the program and the coaching and the support. No, it's because you're going to learn how to move the sales process forward, how to establish that, how to hire better people, how to recruit, right? How to
Well,
run the
it's
advertising
amazing
for yourself. Yeah.
Because how often are you in a room with people doing the exact same, niche thing as you? I mean, I don't get to meet people doing the exact same thing as me, having the exact same number of kids or whatever. You have the camaraderie of the coaching is not just the coach.
Relevant conversations.
It's all the people in the room that can also jump in and troubleshoot, problem solve. They're not all at the same revenue level. They're able to tell you what's coming up,
Correct.
your blind spots that you might not see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The
So
community aspect.
The community
is
is
huge.
probably, once you learn the technical things, it's even more relevant.
Because yes, there is replay.
Yeah.
But to me, the live call is where it's at.
Live
Absolutely.
calls. So there is that component. But I'm telling you, it's not everyone is the right fit for Contractor Click's complete contractor program, and vice versa. This is like, it's got to be a good relationship, a good partnership, and that's what we're looking for, is the alignment. And if this is speaking to you and you're wondering, hey, look, I'm moving past 2 crews right now. I've got some advertising and marketing that's working, kind of working. I'm not sure if it's working. Book the strategy call. The growth strategy call is a roadmap for you and your business. We're going to look at the next 12 months and see where you really want to go and what does it look like from a revenue and investment perspective, so that you have a clear picture, and whether you want to take that and run with it or you want us to help you with it. If your territory is available, of course, we're here for you. So all you have to do is go to contractor.click right now and look at the Get Started button. Click on it, fill out the application. We're going to look at your territory, book a time to talk, and that is the first step to looking at this. Now, once you're up and running, you're saying 30%. Again, I mentioned the one client that we've suspended services. And the whole thing is, like, it's an incredible ratio. Everyone's winning, and this is on a slower economy.
True. Yeah.
slower economy.
Yeah, very true.
And people are about to get their tax returns. I mean, I just got mine the other day. So
You're doing
this
a
is when.
floor. You're gonna do a-
I mean, it's
like,
not quite
we got
enough
a client
for.
right around the corner. who
You know
could
what I'm
do the-
doing?
A referral right here.
It's the hurricane shutters.
There you go. But look, she's getting a home
There
improvement.
you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it is prime time, right? So we want to get ready for a season that is about to go up. You guys are expecting, hopefully, that April will be even better than January, February, March. And so that's why you want to prepare for the season ahead so that if you do get a ton of leads and an influx
and
of
it's not
calls,
too
you're
late.
prepared for it.
It's not too late. We have a masterclass coming up here. If you're listening to this, I don't know if the masterclass is past due, but we'll put the replay. What's the
Yeah.
name of the masterclass?
Our
on
master
YouTube?
class on YouTube, it's going to tell you that it's the replay of our master class. The goal is to maximize and stabilize your lead flow. And if you're experiencing that volatility, we're here to help you steady it out and to actually optimize when you do get the leads as well.
Beautiful. So, Luis, welcome aboard, buddy.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
so
we
happy.
want to make you consistent here. Hey, let us know how Luis is doing. If you want to
Yeah.
hear more from Luis, type
yeah.
in Luis
Just
into
Lewis in
the
the
comments.
comments.
That's right.
All of it's going to say
with
Lewis.
the Z, right?
With the Z. With
Spell
the
it
Z.
out for us.
Luiz.
So if you want to get more Luis in the podcasts, make sure you type in Luis. We'll make sure to give
More
him
Luis.
Yeah.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
there
And-
you go.
Okay, so the master class, talk a little bit more about that because I know it's free. It's not just for our clients. It's not just for concrete coatings. Who all should be open to coming?
Home
to
improvement contractors. Look, you're doing fence, decks, remodeling, home improvement, interior and exterior home improvement. You're doing concrete pavers, hardscaping, outdoor living. Danny, like, how do you know like this is gonna work for me? It works. If you're selling to a homeowner on a home improvement project, whether that is flooring, whether that is walls, exterior or interior, it's the same buyer. They just have a different budget. Yours is a different product. That's all it is. It's the same strategy used to acquire that lead. And in fact, I'll dare to say this. We go out of the concrete coating space and we run the same strategy. We crush it.
We already
So
are.
this is a superior strategy. Quite literally, I'm not here to brag on it, but it's the reality. We take the same recipe, we apply it on a different, it works 10 times better. Cost per lead is
We already are. We're already applying it to pavers. We already are.
it's-
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
so
a
if you
lot
know, if
more
you're
effective,
listening,
I would say.
you're
than
wondering if
anything
it's for you. Like it is.
It is.
If you're,
else.
yeah,
You said that.
if you're
Save me
wondering,
the
it
entire
is.
3-minute spiel.
No, I like the 3-minute spiel too because really you might be thinking, will my buddy benefit from coming to this masterclass with me? Yes, invite your buddy. I think when you hold on to knowledge and think that it's only for you and you're the only one who can get this super secret information, like you're being selfish. And guess what? If your buddy wins and he does pavers or he does fencing or he does decks and then he can refer people, it's a similar avatar like Danny was saying. That homeowner might be interested in doing their garage
Yes.
in the future and you guys can refer each other if you're both winning and growing. There's
We'll teach
camaraderie,
you how to refer
community.
each other,
Oh, yeah.
business, and how to create a referral network. It's very important that this year you create those relationships to help you out.
Absolutely.
And if you know of anyone other than yourself that is looking to grow their concrete coating or home improvement business, Contractor Click, send them our way. We'd appreciate a like, a follow, a share. It means the world to us, team. We're here doing this for you to help you maximize your results and your potential in your business. So if anything has resonated, make sure you're following us, but also share it with those that you know could benefit. All you have to do is quite literally this video or this blog post or this Instagram post, wherever you're listening to this, just send it over to a couple of buddies and say, hey, connect with these guys. They're doing a good job, or whatever your feedback is, good or bad. Any last remarks here before we wrap it up on what makes a positive marketing plan for
Receptiveness as well. I feel like clients that are receptive, it goes on both ends too. Like I have the responsibility of being very receptive to what my client is asking for as well, or my client's concerns. But the receptiveness is huge because, again, a big difference with the complete contractor program versus the accelerator is I'm not just waiting for you to reach out. I'm reaching out to you. And we're having these conversations consistently because if there's a concern or if there is an issue or a trend that's going on, I want you to know about it. Vice versa. I want to know
Right.
about it. And that's the type of relationship that is required, I feel, moving forward, especially in a year like this.
I appreciate you for carrying the baton and exemplifying what that looks like, because good or bad, whatever it's going on, like quite literally, good or bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's go back to February month
Yeah.
of February, right? Cost
Yeah.
per lead through the roof. And like, we're like, hey, let's just reach out to every client, let them know what's
Yeah.
going on. Like, and that is powerful in a relationship, is that transparency of saying, here it is, here's the truth, here's the facts, here's what you need to know, and here's what we're doing about it.
So good.
And
Absolutely.
that's powerful. What about you?
I would say don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to invest. Don't be afraid to get in front of the camera. Don't be afraid to call back the leads that haven't answered the phone. Just don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Good.
And have fun with it. I have fun with it today. We had a lot of fun in the office making
Have
some
fun. I
social
forgot
media
about
content.
fun.
Danny sometimes forgot about fun. It was the most I've ever seen Danny laugh. There'll be a reel
I was
coming
crying.
up.
I was.
I would have to share the bloopers because they're gold. The bloopers
Oh
are
my
gold.
gosh.
But the biggest thing for me, like I'm hearing you guys say mutual respect. One of the things too is like building that community. And I said it a couple of times. If there's social media posts and you're not getting the comments, you're not getting the likes that you're looking for, like start chatting it up with your community. And that might be other business owners, but that also could be us. We love it when you chat with us. So write in the comments. We'll be sure to reply back. Head to your channel, like your stuff, comment to your stuff. So yeah, have fun with us. That's
Boom.
one of my takeaways.
Love it. Love it. Hey, I've said it before. I'll say it again as if it's the first time. This is a year to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself as the leader. Your company's future depends on you, my friend. And if you're a partner of someone that's running the business and is making the decisions, send them this video clip or send them this podcast. They might need to hear a different perspective. But the reality is the truth will set you free. And within the truth, there are some facts about your current reality that you need to examine. Look at your bottom line right now. If you're in the struggling economy side of things and you're feeling that way, that means that you have not taken the ownership and dominion that you've been given to make the decisions of saying, you know what, I'm not going to participate in a down economy. I'm going to create my own economy and take the biggest chance in my business, in my employees, in my company's livelihood to invest and double down in myself. So that's what I'm telling you. Be positive about what's happening right now. Get excited about it. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me what fun
Yeah.
is like. It's like actually
It made
have
everything
fun.
better,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like just to have fun together is
Which
really valuable.
and do it in community. Look after one another. Man, your team, take care of them. So that being said, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Contractor Click podcast. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.